run the Maven command and the Spring Boot command, so it's already run. All the tests have finished, no failures, as well as the Spring Boot is already run and it's currently running. Only thing left to do is check out all of our get map addresses. So we're in our first file, the binary controller. We're going to head to our basic get map, which is essentially just the regular binary calculator. We can perform a bunch of all the calculations, like 0, 1 plus 0, 1 is going to give us 2. New operation, 1, 0, aka 2 times, oops, you can clear. 1, 0 times 2 is going to give us 4. And then all the same operations, something like 1 multiplied by 1 is also going to give us 1. And then that's essentially just the binary calculator, all the normal operations. You can also use the get map that involves the operand and passing it as a parameter, which automatically plops 101 into our first operand value right for us. And then you can just do whatever you wanted from there. You can add like 001, and then you would get 110. So if you did new operation, you can go right back to the original binary controller. So after that, you can go into binary API controller, the other file, and here are all of our standard get maps for that. So the first one, this add as the parameter, doesn't really show us anything, and that's because it's not really returning anything. So this is essentially just the add functionality of the calculator. To actually use it, you have to pass these two parameters, something like operand 1 and operand 2. We don't need to pass the operator parameter because it's already in the add. So we're just going to copy and paste that, and it looks like there's our answer. So it automatically does it for us. The other version of this, the other get map, is the JSON object equivalent, where it actually shows us the calculation going on. So for the rest of these, I'm just going to show us the JSON since it's a better demonstration. So it's operand 1, showing you the number, showing you the operator, the second operand, and then it's showing you that same result. So we've got the JSON's equivalent for all of those earlier operations. Here's one for the AND operator, Control C, Control V. And it does the exact same thing as the add operator, except it's the new operator, it's the AND one. Then we can move on to the, oops, OR operator. Almost the exact same thing, just replacing that AND with OR, still adjacent. So it's going to show us operand 1, the new operator of OR, operator 2, and it's going to OR those two numbers and show us that result. And then finally, we have the multiply JSON object, which is again going to do the exact same thing as the binary calculator, just passing the numbers as parameters instead of a user interface, showing us operand 1, the operator's multiply, operand 2 is that number, and there's your result. That's the binary API controller. And then for the last two controllers, which were kind of just parts of the project, were just the hello controller, where you can just pass off no parameters, just go straight to that get map and it prints out hello world. Then you can also just pass off the simple parameter of a simple name. That gives you hello Steve. Then in the hello API controller, you can do the exact same URL except for hello API. Since this is the standard controller, it's practically the exact same thing as hello controller. And then there's email API, which allows you to pass two parameters and it returns a JSON object instead of a print statement. So it returns the two parameters you put in, which was your first name and last name. So there's your first name, or combines them into Steve and Don, and then it gives you the suggested email of your first name dot last name at Ontario Tech. So there's all of the get maps for all of our 4 files. I could just show you some more operate. Actually, I think that's good enough. So yeah, there are all the get maps for all the 4 files. Thank you very much.